everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to jump in here and share a little bit about my personal story and how important it is to get the right type of testing. Otherwise, you may miss important information about your health. So I was having stiffness in my neck, and this is going back some time ago. And I used to look on the internet, and I came across that maybe it might be magnesium deficiency. So like many, I used to read a lot of stuff on the internet. I used to try it on myself. Some things work sometimes, but many times it didn't. And back then I didn't know what I know now, but the magnesium didn't work, and I continued to have, the stiffness all over my body. Later on, when I did DNA testing, I found out a lot of things about my genetic makeup that made a lot of sense of why I was having certain issues. So I want to go ahead and share with you something here. So for example, I have a genetic mutation that's called DRD2. So my dopamine receptors don't work that great. But one of the ways that I can overcome it is by taking tyrosine. And it just so happens that when you are, let me go ahead and stop this. When you are low in dopamine, you are going to experience stiffness. Now, many times these types of symptoms uh, could be, connected or linked to other things. So without doing the right type of testing, you don't know, and you may be taking the wrong supplements and thinking it's not working for you, and it's not working for you because it's probably the wrong supplement. And again, you would not know this unless you do the proper testing. And it doesn't just go with DNA, it goes pretty much with any type of testing. Um, Another example, I have a client that I did a Dutch test on her. And from the Dutch test, you can tell a lot of things. That's a test that you can test for hormones, but you can also get an idea if the thyroids are not working properly. So my client was showing certain things, markers that uh, gave an indication that something may be going on with the thyroid. So I suggested that she get a full thyroid panel. So she went to the doctor, but they only did two markers. So, of course, everything came back looking normal because they didn't do all of the markers. And there's like, I believe, 11 markers that you can test for. And here's the problem. They tested only for the thyroid stimulating hormone and the T4, I believe. Yeah, T4. So if you're not testing the T3, the free and the total T3, you're not going to know if the body is converting the T4 to T3. Now, the T3 is the one that the body uses. Okay, so fine, you have T4, but if it's not converting, your thyroid's not gonna work properly. So that's another example, and I could just give you so many other examples. If you could be taking the wrong vitamin B12. Some of us have genetic mutations. It's called the MTHFR. So if you have that genetic mutation, you're not going to be able to use your folate is not going to work properly, and your B12 is not going to work properly, without getting too technical about it. But you need methylated B12 and methylated folate. So these are just some of the examples. And the regular B12 vitamin that you probably are getting off the drugstore is not going to be doing you any good. And it just doesn't stop there. One of the reasons why I actually got into this line of work was because I used to work as a physical therapist assistant before. And one of the things I regularly saw was how badly a person's health can really affect them once once they lose their the quality of life, really. I was working with people that were younger than me. I'm almost 60, and some of my patients were like 50 years old that were bedbound, couldn't turn, couldn't do anything for themselves. And you really don't realize how, you know, how bad it can get, I guess, unless you're really working in this type of environment that you can see what losing your quality of life can be like. And the sad part about it is that many times when we are still in our youth, there's many things that we can do to bring a stop to some of these conditions or diseases that we come down with, like arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, but that window of opportunity is small. And I know that these type of tests, they are expensive, but you can't really put a price on your health. Your health is priceless. And one of the things that I learned just even from my own health journey was that the longer you wait to restore your health, the further it's going to slip away and the harder it is to get it back. So yeah, you can't put a price on that. And the quicker you act on it, the better the chance you have at catching it at that moment where you could get your health back. So I hope this resonates with you. And if you have any questions, as always, post them down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you.